Hello, welcome to 3 Lanes number 37. And in this instance, I would like to talk about an event specifically, an event that I did not attend this year. And that is Car Week, Monterey Car Week. Um, I have been attending to multiple type of car events in the area for a long time, even before my kids were born. Um, and even with them, we've been enjoying them. We're going to the track and all that stuff, fun stuff, fun stuff. But I don't know. Like last year, I had somehow maybe the best way to put it is like I felt some kind of burnout about car week, and I'm not even doing stuff that I get paid or I don't have deadlines or anything like that, right? I do it because it's fun. I enjoy it, but sometimes and I don't feel like I overdo it or I overpay for events or anything like that. I'm not gonna go to the Concours d'Elegance if because I'm not gonna pay that amount of money for tickets, right? Like $1,000 for a ticket. I'm not interested in that. I'm more interested in the culture, the what, just enjoy the cars that we can enjoy, the community and all that stuff. Which more often than not, I just find at the track. I find all this experience at the track most of the time, especially during car week. But I decided this year that I was not gonna participate. I was not gonna look for anything. Meaning, if I see news, I will not get upset if I see news, but I will not look for those. I won't look for the latest release of or what brands are releasing what during car week. But I decided to take a break and kind of rekindle that desire of going back to car week next year. But with that in mind, that brings me to the question. And I don't know if a lot of people that attend car week know this, but why does car week exist? How is it relevant to Monterey, to the area, the Bay Area, or why do people come from different places, either the country or the world, just to come to car week? Why do many important brands show up at car week? And I didn't know until today. And this time, I would like to touch on this specific points of why car week exists and its story, brief story, its relevance, um, who benefits from car week at the end of the day. Is it us, the enthusiasts? Is it the brands? Who? But yeah, let's get into it. And to begin with, I think it's worth to start obviously from the very beginning. And Monterey Car Week began in 1950 as an outgrowth of Pebble Beach Road Race. And what is Pebble Beach Road Race? Because I did not have an idea that there were road races at Pebble Beach before Car Week. But these races, and I will go deep into the Pebble Beach Road Race, I think, in a different episode. Not today. I think that would be make it too long. I don't want to make this one a long episode, but basically Pebble Beach Road Races were held in from 1950 to 1956 at Pebble Beach, California, and they played a fundamental role in the California motorsport culture, and it also helped establish Monterey Car Week as a major destination for all car enthusiasts. And we're gonna leave it at that. But basically, Car Week began kind of like as overflow of this road race, and it was initially a supplement or supplementary event of the main racing activities, and it was rooted in a desire to celebrate automotive beauty, craftsmanship, and competitive spirit among car lovers, and obviously the racers. But over time, the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance originally started as a humble car show, but it became the centerpiece of the week. So this weekend that of the 18th and 17th of August of 2025, it's when this Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance happened, and that was the centerpiece of the week. Right, this weekend is the centerpiece of the whole week. But this concours set the gold standard of all the other concours events globally, and it started because of community passion for both classic and modern cars, and the desire for basically an annual showcase where design, history, and innovation they all come together in a huge event. But this evolved into a yearly staple, which became Monterey Car Week, and Monterey Car Week grew organically, and it evolved from a single race and car shows to multiple official and unofficial events, and this includes the auctions, the vintage rallies, the expos, theme car shows, and there's plenty of events, free events or paid events, whatever you want to do during the week that you can find. They have the historic race car events like the Rolex Reunion, which very well kept secret here, but I think the best time to go to the Rolex Reunion is the weekend before. Not this weekend where the Pebble Beach situation happens, but the week before, because you see the same cars. There's way less people at the track, and you get to enjoy more with less people. There's prestigious competitions like the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, obviously. There's enthusiast gatherings like the Quail. I don't think I've ever attended the Quail. There's Legends of the Autobahn and Concours de Lemons. Those three are basically enthusiast events. Then there's also automotive memorabilia expos that you can find. Also, I've never been to those, but I've been really intrigued by those since the past 2-3 years, but never made the stop. Usually, and especially with kids, I have limited time to go. Try to get back, not to get them too late for sleep time if I take them. Mainly because it's basically school started this week, so I'm not gonna mess up their schedule just because I want to do other things. But I do like and want for them to enjoy fun things like this that don't happen every week. Um, yes, the expansion helped Monterey Car Week become this annual pilgrimage of different car enthusiasts, collectors, manufacturers, and industry people from around the world, and then they come to this spot every year. They gather, and it's a party, man. It's a week full of car celebration, basically. But some of the current significance in the car business, and you can guess this. You don't need to do any research for this. You can guess this with the people that show up there or the companies that you see show up during Car Week. So you have the major automotive auctions. They have this in like downtown Monterey. You would see enclosed areas where they have the auctions and all this stuff is happening. You can pay to go. I think you can still pay to go see the cars inside, the tents and all that stuff that they have. See what cars are gonna be auctioned. Uh, for the people in the industry, this could be global networking, um, with different companies or among suppliers and other vendors, designers, collectors. Basically, strengthen relationships between people. Unveiling and launches. There's definitely launches of different brands this year. The one that I saw was the Corvette, with 1,000 horsepower, which sounds ridiculous, but that was unveiled this week. Again, I did not search for this news, but a few people came to me and they showed me the news of this car being unveiled this week. There's a heritage and community also this week. It remains a social event more than anything. It's where people come together to celebrate cars, and they celebrate the history, the artistry, and basically the community. But the main beneficiaries from this, um, let me backtrack to the last few points that I made. The last few points that I made is current significance in the car business. So now the main beneficiaries of this is obviously collectors and enthusiasts, because we get to see a bunch of cars that we wouldn't see if this event didn't happen. We will get to see race cars that race way before our time, at the WeatherTech at Laguna Seca, because this event's happening. Automakers get to benefit from this because they can show prototypes, they have brand promotions, they have exposure. All those things benefit uh, brands. Think of it, if you're into watches, think of it as a watch show where you get to meet owners and all that stuff. I mean, the car industry is bigger than the watch industry or independent watch industry. But you get to meet some people. You get to see people that you wouldn't see otherwise, right? If this event didn't happen, um, the auction houses and dealers, obviously they benefit from this because they're selling cars within this week. All the collectors gather in Monterey this week and go through auction houses if they are planning on buying a car, right? Obviously, local businesses, they also benefit from this. Tourism for the city, they benefit from this. I'm assuming a lot of money is get left behind. That would be something interesting to see what numbers Car Week leaves in Monterey. And actually, some quick numbers without too much review are like, so visitor numbers. Over 100,000 visitors. Economic impact in 2025 Monterey Car Week is expected to generate upwards of 130 million in economic activity for the county, Monterey County. This includes hotels, restaurants, retail, entertainment, car rentals, and other local services. Hotel revenue alone is forecast at approximately 50 million during Car Week, reflecting substantial increase in occupancy and nightly rates compared to regular periods. Auctions and car sales. This is expected between 367 million classic cars in sales in classic cars, 367 million, and 409 million for the week. This is an estimate for 2025, with more than 1,000 vehicles expected to cross the block. The tax revenue, estimates from previous years show that the event can generate at least 4.8 million in local tax revenue, with 1.4 million from hotel occupancy taxes and 3.4 million from sales taxes. Then average visitor spending, this is from past survey data. Let's see. The average trip spending per visitor is highly significant. Total trip spending by outside visitors reached over 53 million in hotel, food, retail, entertainment, car rentals, transport, and other expenses based on previous survey reports. Those are some brief numbers for Car Week. The last one to be benefited from Car Week is event organizers, obviously. There's obviously, like we said, the auctions, the expositions, the show themselves, the track, Pebble Beach. Let's see. And they also get benefited from international visibility, right? So the event organizers get to be exposed to international people, not just local people. But these are the main beneficiaries from Car Week, the current significance in the car business, right? Major automotive auctions, sorry, global networking, unveiling and launches, heritage and community, and we know the how it started through Pebble Beach Road Race, Pebble Beach Road Race, sorry, from 1950 to 1956, which we might cover later in life. But this is Car Week. This has been Car Week. I did not go this year. I actually spent Sunday with my family and my wife's family, which, you know, what better way to spend a Sunday with than with family? Nothing better than that. And I appreciate just being able to spend time with them in any occasion. Do I regret not going to Car Week? No, I don't. And I hope I might be able to go next year, or at least be excited about it next year. We'll see. But if you went, if you saw fun things, please let me know. Share with me any stories that you may have. I appreciate your time. This has been 3D Lanes number. What number did I say it was? It is number 37. Okay, yes, 37. All right. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.